Yo, what's up? What's up? Welcome to Her Game Network. I am Jazz. I am here with my co-hosts. We got Tree and Millie. What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
What's
Cracking.
up, man? A lot.
A lot, I know. Well, first off, how y'all doing?
It's Monday, man. It's Monday.
Man, you know, we
I
good.
feel that. I know the people like, why we get back to back episodes like this? What did we do to deserve this?
Right. What's going on?
It's been 72 hours we are
72
72
hours.
hours into the new season of the WNBA, and listen,
Crazy.
I'm stressed.
We just got here.
We just got here. We just got here. We just pulled up.
Yo,
Just got
nobody was
here.
prepared.
Nah, not at all.
We wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Man, say,
But you know what's crazy? It was like we watching this game and we like, please don't let nothing crazy happen. And guess
you
what?
know, you know,
The craziest thing that could happen.
the
Yeah.
one thing. It's like, oh, well, surely not in the first game of the season. We might be all right today. If no other day, we have 5 times. If no other day, we might be all right today. Nope,
Man,
right out the gate.
listen, we talking about it. I don't think people really know what we're talking about. I don't think people, for those that don't, right? Let me just go ahead and show the clip. Let's start with
Roll the
show
tape.
clip.
Roll the tape. What's
Let's roll
Skylar
the
be
tape.
doing?
Let's roll the tape. And for the people who just listening, I'm gonna explain while we get that queued up. So day 2 of the regular season, opening day, we had Aces versus Liberty. We also had the Chicago Sky taking on the Indiana Fever in Indiana.
Messy.
Already messy. Like for whatever reason, Kathy has us watching. She has this matchup 5 times this season. And for many reasons, it's like you watching. It's like okay, we just gonna get through it because it's day 1. We gonna get through it. And then the one thing that literally the one thing that should not have happened.
Yep.
Happened. Let's roll the tape, man.
Roll the
Let's roll the
clip.
tape, man. Let's roll the tape.
So for those who
Always
listening,
increased
what we
energy
showing
and
is pretty much the clip
around the
of Angel
matchups
Reese going
between
up
Reese and
for
Clark,
the
and Angel
basket,
Reese
and
is still
Caitlin
going
Clark
after Caitlin Clark in the
goes
aftermath.
with the hard
Everyone in the
foul.
arena.
Man, listen. It's you know what? It's a lot to unpack there, y'all.
Let's get to it.
It's it's a
Let's
lot to
go.
unpack there. Okay. Now we gotta call
Go ahead.
we gotta let it be known. All right, man. We gotta put it on the floor. I don't care if you love Caitlin Clark, hate Angel Reese. If you love Angel Reese, hate Caitlin Clark. If you love both of them. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. That was not a common foul. I don't care how you want to put it. That was not a play on the ball, as she put it very eloquently in her post game uh what was it, the conference? Um it just was not a play on the ball. Like nothing about that play was like, oh, she's going after the ball, which I want everybody to know that do not watch basketball. That's why it was upgraded to a flagrant foul. A common foul, Angel Reese would have got 2 shots at the free throw line. Boom, we keep it moving. Right? That was a flagrant foul. It was upgraded because one, there was wind up, it was excessive, and it was not a play on the ball. She didn't go after the ball, y'all. I don't care if you, like I said, how you put it, how you want to put it. She didn't go after the ball. That was not defense at all. That and a lot of people say, oh, it's a take foul because she's supposed to earn it at the line. Make her earn it at the line, okay, but actually foul her and make an attempt to look like you trying to make a play on the ball. She didn't do that at all. At all.
Nope.
Oh man, I got lots of thoughts in reference though to where we started with as far as like the initial foul itself. We can probably see at least one of the primary reasons why I have it. Okay, cool. Angel's about to go wide open for cool, whatever, foul her. And I've seen this happen to Angel more than once. I've seen it happen to her in the dub. I saw it happen to her in the rival.
Yeah.
So we knocked the daylight out of her.
Me too.
Yep. facts. And this another part that we probably have to get into at the end. The fouls on Angel seem to get called a lot differently, typically, than fouls on other people in the league. But I've also seen it happen where people do that and they intentionally commit that, but they'll grab the person, ensure that they're not hurt, anything like that. That's not what we saw at the end of this foul. Not at all. We actually we saw the opposite. And once we get into it's probably hard to see in that clip, but that's why we're just talking right now about the initial foul. Yeah, that was a lot, and the two players it was happening between. It can't just be a foul. It's not gonna just be a foul. The moment it happened, it was like, here we go.
Yeah, which sucks because these type of fouls happen. We literally just saying off mic about the Sophie and Kiki one, right? It did not blow up as big.
Twice in that game, actually.
Yeah.
Twice in that game.
Sophie
Kiki
got
and Brittany. To be fair,
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, it was the Kiki one on Sophie Cunningham and the Brittany Sykes, the slim one on Sophie. To be fair, Sophie was hooking and holding both of their arms, which again, so push.
but still, like
but even still, without people knowing that.
Yeah, it wasn't in the upward. Nobody was up like.
I saw a little bit, but on Facebook, but those people are in a different world.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing crazy. Which how come is it when these two get together and something happen, it's more than what it needs to be.
It's more than basketball.
Literally
more than basketball.
More than basketball. Listen, we know why.
I mean,
we know why. It doesn't make it right, but we know why, and it's sad. And instead of addressing it when it first started, instead, different people, different entities, mainly the league commissioner, saw it as an opportunity to profit. And so her and the media, they push the narrative
so bad.
They push it very hard to the point you got people believing all types of ridiculous things. Only about one of them though. Ridiculous things. So it'll never just be that anymore, because when it started to happen and people call for it to be nipped in the bud, nobody wants to nip it in the bud. Now, nobody with the power to do so. Everybody wants to, have their shows today and say their piece now and say it shouldn't be this and it shouldn't be that. But for the past 2 years, y'all been allowing it, enabling it,
gaslighting it.
The media has been fueling
it. They say, "Oh, we need views," and we don't need the views this way. And even so, just going back to the play, right? I know you got people showing a clip of Angel doing pushing, as they say,
before
pushing Howard.
They try to justify the Caitlyn foul.
Yeah, I mean, well, Caitlyn threw her hands up and was mad at the ref. Right? She was mad at the ref because the ref missed that call of Angel doing the push off, right?
Facts.
So she took matters into her own hands and did that foul, right?
Yeah.
Do that make it right? No. Because she could have just did like a normal foul. She didn't have to do it, make it super like intentionally. Like
we
can actually show that clip too.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I feel
bring up the clip about, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people talk about that aspect of, oh, well, Caitlyn did it because Angel pushed off on her teammate, right? And like we was talking about previously, before we hopped on here, honestly, the call could have went both ways. I can see how they would have called that, whether you're in the NBA or the WNBA. A lot of the times when referees see the attempt of an opponent trying to attempt to rebound over the back, in a sense, regardless, a lot of the times they will call it, right? The push off, because, and also too, when you play the clip, after revisiting that clip, I will say that it was a slight of a sell to that push. You know what I'm saying? That slight, push, from the back from Angel. So again, that call or no call, missed call did not, guarantee that excessive foul. It just didn't.
I agree with that, because even if it was a legitimately missed call like that, there's no rule that say you can go and take matters into your own.
Nothing
And so many people were in an uproar towards a specific player last season, Kid Carter, and still are because
Right.
they said that you aren't allowed to go take matters into your own hands.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna roll the clip though. All right. It's a lot of different layers, a lot of different components into this one play, this one foul, this one situation. Kind of talked about some of the off the court things, but one of the things going around is like people, just trying to justify it, saying that it was in response to a missed call on a foul committed by Angel, and I want to play that clip because I have some thoughts on that one. Because personally, well, one, I feel like if it's not called, it's not foul. That's an opinion, but let's look at it. Yeah, let's look at it. I think this one's right under the basket. Okay, so
And look out, dude.
that's the whole thing. Okay, cool. So let's take a closer look at what happened with Angel and Natasha Howard. Natasha Howard, by the way, guys, because I see a lot of people talking about she pushed Aaliyah Boston in the back. Like, I need y'all to at least know the personnel.
Yeah,
baby, where you ain't even nowhere over here. So let's show this, and then this one I zoomed in and slowed down. So let's play this. Let's play this a little bit. Cause okay, so right here, first of all, it's two different situations. They're both trying to establish position for a rebound, which would normally include a box out from Natasha Howard in this situation. She made contact with, she knew that Angel was there. They made contact with each other. Angel did apply some pressure. However, one thing that I think probably contributed to them not calling the foul, because let's be clear, the foul calling was not even, and one team shot twice as many free throws as the other. So what I think probably contributed to this foul not being called is Angel's arm never fully extended. You are allowed to maintain contact with somebody as long as there is a bend, no matter how slight, in your arm. That is legal guarded position. That is legal defensive position per the CBA, per the WNBA bylaw. Like, that's just what it is. And that's just a common stance, a common thing that occurs. So I do think it could have went in either way, but I don't think I don't think any foul is enough to go retaliate and, well, not legally. But, I don't think it's justification for what came after that.
And when you talk about legal guard position, let me just show this fantastic picture that was just captured over the.
Shout out Her Game Network.
Her Game Network captured a really great, you know what I mean?
For the people who might think I'm making this up,
right? Yeah.
Because it happens. You see it in rebounding. You see it in jump balls. Yeah. You see it in anytime somebody's
defense too.
Just in defense too. And defense in general. But the times you'll literally see that behind somebody's back.
Yeah.
When going up for a rebound, when jump ball, exactly, leading guard in position. Is that Bridget? No, that's not Bridget Carlton. That's a Lynx player. I'm sorry, that's a whole nother conversation, but I be confusing a lot of the Lynx players. I know them, and they're anyway. You can clearly see she's leaning into it and applying force, and you can see that Odyssey is not moved by it, But clearly, I feel so bad for not calling this young lady by her name. But clearly, she is applying force. Like, look at her feet. Look at her, the angle of her body. There is force being applied to Odyssey Sims' back right now. Because that is a common thing when you're fighting for position to gain a rebound or a jump ball or something like that. So I feel like that's why it wasn't called.
Yeah. No, you know what I'm saying? I totally agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, at first, I'm not gonna lie, at first I was like, okay. But again, we're still gonna go back to the fact that reality is reality. It could have been called. Regardless, we would have complained about it like, oh, it wasn't even that much. It could have been called because it's called in the NBA, it's called in the WNBA. It just happens to when you make contact when an opponent is in an attempt to box out to grab a rebound, a lot of the times the person that is behind them gets hit with the foul.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think it could have definitely went in either way. I think people aren't considering, not everyone, but I think some people aren't considering the reason it went the way that it did go. So yeah, I think it definitely could have gone either way. Carly Samuelson, so sorry, girl. My bad, girl. That's who that was. I'm sorry. I blanked a little bit. Put some respect on Carly and her sister name.
Facts.
So let me go back and let me clean this up real quick.
Right. Let me clear
Clean
this
up
up.
aisle 6.
Yeah, hey, because the first thing people gonna say, she don't even know the players.
Right. Exactly.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I can't
She
lie
don't
to you.
even
I
know
know
she
my personnel.
Right.
who said she don't know what she talking about, and then she said, and y'all didn't even help her. Y'all ain't recognize her.
No, I'm at
Like
that.
it ain't Carly Samerson, Bridget
And
Carlton,
Bridget
Alana
Carlton,
Smith,
yeah,
all
Yeah.
of them on the
yeah,
same team. Now
yeah.
give me some grace.
Respectfully,
Yeah. Grace, definitely giving you grace there. You
Thank you.
good. Yeah.
Appreciate that.
he said y'all better give me grace.
So from that, that happened. Caitlin pointed out the foul that wasn't called.
Which I just wanna make one comment on that. Which is why that was not a go to the line and get it at the line foul. You cannot call out a foul and it's
Bet.
She said, hold on a minute.
exactly. Hold on. If you ain't call a foul, don't worry about it. You had to call this one. You know what I'm saying? That is why. Point blank period. Everybody's take on no, it was a foul. She gotta go gain it at the line. No, that's not. Going to gain it at the line is literally you getting slightly beat by your opponent and you like, nah, it's too easy. Go ahead, grab it from the line. A lot of the times people do that, especially the post players forward. A
Yeah.
lot of times their shooting percentage from the free throw line is less, so they know that I'd rather you instead of getting an easy two,
All right, look.
0 for 2.
It was about 14 points.
Oh, yes, please kill the narrative that they was getting blown out by 30. They were
It
up.
was about 14 points.
Stop it.
Also, I'm sorry, I just gotta. That's the most defense I've seen Caitlin play in a long time.
In a long time. She
Yeah,
being
because she don't
slow.
play defense.
She don't. She's terrible. Terrible.
Listen, she knows her strengths and she plays to them. And defense is just not one of them. I haven't seen her.
Nah.
Listen,
So let's be clear. It
listen.
was pure retaliation. It was clear.
Yeah.
It was retaliation.
But
And
just body language alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
The body language alone, because she was frustrated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if y'all go back and look at it again, she was frustrated. She was upset.
whatever reason.
She was upset.
She was upset, clearly. And then it's like you have the same people like, oh, was she just supposed to let her have a wide open layup? I thought you said Angel Reese can't make layups. Man, like
Angel Reese is Brick City, bro. Go ahead. She gonna
in the comments right now talking about this foul, calling her a bricklayer, but justifying, oh, she shouldn't have been allowed to get. I thought she couldn't make a layup, guys. You gotta pick a side.
Guys,
Come on, man.
I was like, you gotta, which one?
That's why it's so ridiculous. And so let's get into the sensible part of it. Cool. Because all of those things we're talking about are factual and they're the nuanced part of it. But in reality, regardless of all of that, at the end of the day, after that foul, she pushed her.
That is the clearest part.
It's clear as day. And then people trying to say she flopped. She didn't flop, yo. She
Talking about
did not flop.
Hold on, we gotta talk about it. Let me just point out the fact that Gilbert Arenas, right, said
Wow.
she facts.
RG3 too.
Oh,
You don't even deserve that. I think that no more.
that's a whole different topic.
Hello. That's true.
We don't have to. And then two, I don't want to even pay dude that much mind or attention because he is literally disgusting. But I want to talk about the fact that Gilbert Arenas is a person that says she flopped, and again, him playing in the NBA, right? We get it. Like his take is his take, but it's also a false take. Talking about a guard, if I'm a guard and I'm trying to stop a forward, somebody of the size of you, from saying, I forgot who he named because I think Keon Martin was on there too as well.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Gilbert Arenas played for the Wizards when he was in the NBA. Keon Martin, he played for a couple teams, but he played for them. He played for the Nuggets. So his take was Caitlin was smaller than her. How would she have pushed her? Angel sold it as being a flop because Angel's 6'3" and Caitlin's only I think 6 foot. I said, huh?
I'm sorry.
Like a lot of people again don't even look at the clip. Y'all don't look at the clip. There's no way in shape and form that you could have thought that Angel
She's
sold
talking
it.
about like it was a fast break.
Exactly. Like it was like Like it's a fast break and okay, you know how you go off a ledge, sometimes you get fouled. Some people be selling it like
Hello, like it
But
wasn't a fast break. Angel is an undersized forward. Pretty much she plays against people bigger than her all the time.
Literally.
Like that
Be
whole
getting
size thing is
tossed.
crazy.
She be getting tossed.
And let me just point out this last narrative that I've seen.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me say this: the narrative that when AT slammed Angel that first game in preseason,
Yeah, let's get into
and
it.
she didn't get up and attack, bruh, she hit her head on the ground. I don't care who you are, what you're doing. She literally dang near could have had a concussion, bro. And she should have got up and ran out the AT. First of all, AT no, that's why she got ejected because that wasn't a basketball play either.
That
That
was fault.
again in a
AT
lot.
was wild.
That was the wildest thing ever. And people talk about why Angel didn't do she didn't and then what did Angel say in her press conference after the game? She said, okay, that's my broken point.
That one.
Okay, let's move on. Like she said with this one, let's move on. Period.
Oh man, here's the thing about that one. First of all, that was the third time in a row. Let's be clear that AT had knocked her on her bottom. Every possession down that court, she was knocking her down. First of all, none of them being called.
Nope.
I saw a video today. It was a great explanation, a great breakdown, and I wholeheartedly agree. And a lot of us have already believed that Angel fractured her wrist, which they still saying is fake, but fractured her wrist because y'all allow so much to happen to her. She's never been protected in this league. I don't care who disagrees, who got something to say about it. Y'all are not protecting her. And seeing as how she got more followers than the league, seemed like she all cash cow. Anywho, but that one, yes,
you could throw on that list too.
Her head literally hit the ground. That ponytail saved her. That ponytail saved that girl from a concussion. I believe that because her head hit and bounced and hit again on the ground.
Facts.
Yeah. She didn't get up, period, for a second.
She took a little minute.
It took a minute for her to get up. Also, the fact that they're bringing that up, like in defense of this, is crazy because had that happened, I'ma just straight up say it. Had that happened to Caitlin Clark, come on, guys, y'all been calling for people arrest for less. People joke about people. It's a joke, like haha, yeah, ATV choke slam people. That's not funny, bro. That's not. I've even had people, they both learned a valuable lesson today. Angel didn't do anything. She never needed to learn that lesson and have it reiterated to her that her safety and her health and her life is not as important as other people. There was no lesson for Angel to learn that day that was positive. Like, if we being real, like, and I've had that said by like alleged fans, like y'all, the plot has been lost, and y'all not even seeing how deeply ingrained the imbalance is at this point. Like, there's nothing funny about what happened to that girl. Even though she brushed it off or whatever, she had no choice. Because when she clapped back, what happens?
Exactly.
What happens? Now, granted,
she's an angry black woman.
Hello? Because for one, and I'm going to say this for me, the reaction Angel had to this foul from Caitlin is a normal reaction. It's a valid reaction for any player. Sophie had a similar reaction and she instigated it. Just like Caitlin. But anyway, it's a normal reaction, one. But on top of that, you got to consider the fact that this person, whether they have, done it themselves or by proxy or had anything to do with that person that committed the foul, is still the sole motivation for all of the harassment, the hate, the racism, the stalking, everything that this girl has endured for the past 2 years straight. It never stopped. It has never stopped. So it's one thing to get pushed in your back while you're in the air. You're already gonna probably be mad, but for it to be the person that is the sole reason for everything you've gone through.
Okay, so time out. Y'all think she was gonna really just come at AT though?
Who?
Angel. Yeah.
AT tried it this year. She might. She a rookie. Angel wasn't doing half the stuff that Angel is. We only got one F wrong with you last year. Like Angel was being a rookie. She wanted to come in and be a rookie and learn and be treated like, but she never got to be a rookie. She still had so much respect for her vets that that's out of respect. It's like, all right, bet, I'm here now. That's cool. I got my welcome.
I got my welcome.
Exactly. She's like, I'll take it.
I'm not even gonna cap. Do I think she would have? Yeah, because we all have to regardless, in a moment of basketball, that height of basketball, that emotion of basketball, when you playing hard and you get fouled hard for even we see that when people playing on the street. You know what I'm saying? Foul hard, you trying to see what's up. You may not even know dude from a can of paint, but hold on, bro, don't do too much. You know what I mean? So I feel like had she not slammed her head into the court, guys,
I think she would
I
have.
think she got up and was like, "Yo, chill." Like the same thing.
I think she was in shock too.
Yeah.
At that.
Hold on, let's pause the narrative. I've also seen a take where somebody thanked Aaliyah Boston, and I'm probably not gonna share too much on my opinion on that matter. Um, where they said, thank Aaliyah Boston for stopping her from almost punching Caitlyn. Girl, first of all, she never was going to swing on Caitlyn. She was
No, she
asking her,
wasn't.
what the is wrong with you?
Is wrong with
Because
you?
what is wrong with you?
Why
right?
would you do that? What's the deal? What's
Why
up?
would you do that?
Don't like Aaliyah Boston's take on it. And for me, I think everybody knows that when you play basketball and something happens, you grab your player. There's no need for you to intervene with the next player because that is how situations start. Now, had Angel, because of how Aaliyah Boston pushed her like this, now had Angel pushed her back, been something. So for me, I get it. Everybody's like, oh, well, Caitlin Clark walked away. One, she walked away because she knows she was wrong.
Hello?
And
She
hello,
didn't walk away until Angel got off that ground because she was standing there staring at her in her face until she got up off that ground.
yeah. I don't like,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna let y'all say how y'all feel about, you know what I'm saying, Aaliyah's Boston. How she intervened, I don't think her intervene was warranted. I don't think she needed to shove off like this. First of all, maybe put your hand out and push towards your teammate. Push towards your teammate to where they walk back. Because Kelsey Mitchell was right there as well. Caitlin Clark was walking away. Push back. Mookie, why would you push her? See, and that was my problem, which is why Aaliyah Boston being so surprised that she received a tech, you gave an unwarranted arm of a push
So,
for nothing. That's why I think she should have got a tech because she intervened in the wrong way. That's what I think.
so to answer, huh?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say to answer the initial question again though about like do I think Angel will have that AT like that? Yeah. Now, like I said back then, Angel kept a lot. She she was really trying to be a true rookie. Like I got respect for y'all,
Yeah.
But even in our rival, she was in her face like, what's up? I ain't a baby no more, So
She was getting
she's
tossed
standing up
around
for
in the
herself
rival.
more because that's the thing. And also, you said people talking about her. She was gonna punch. Da, da, da. I have seen between Angel and Caitlyn. I have seen one of them hit people during the game. It was never Angel.
Facts.
I've never seen Angel hit anybody during the game.
Facts.
I can only say that about her out of those two, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caitlin's definitely people in
Angel's not that type of player. I've never like the most you've seen her do is talk. It's trash talk. The most you see her do is trash talk. Which everyone does. I've never seen her do anything crazy like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jax, because I know you was about to say
my bad.
Aaliyah Boston.
Yeah, that Leah Boston. Because I'm fight you on this one. So I don't think she should have got attacked. I don't think she should have got attacked. Yeah, I know Aaliyah. A lot of people say Aaliyah throw her hand and hide it.
She do. She do. She
So
she do.
so this time, I think she actually was trying to bag up. You move over here. You go. She was actually trying to help.
She didn't do the other side though. She did one side, which was Angel's side.
All right, let's roll that. Let's roll the other clip. I think that'll. There's one more clip.
Okay.
Because I was waiting on this clip to hit the net actually because when the foul occurred, the first thing that Ryan Rucco said was Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, right? And then the clip that keeps circulating, the clip from the broadcast, I'm like, I knew instantly they're gonna say she didn't push her because she pushed with the left hand. The cameras were on the right, and then the clip from the left side dropped, and I think that shows both pushes, the Caitlin push and the Aaliyah Boston push a little more clearly. if we can roll
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see the clip. Let me see the clip.
Yeah, because I think I agree with what Angel said. Is refs got it right. It was a flagrant one and a double tech. We knew Angel was gonna get a tech.
Yeah, run that clip.
Yeah,
Let me see this
let's
clip.
get into. So when the foul happened, you know, immediately Ryan Rucco, he said Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese. But all the clips that were initially floating around, I knew like instantly that people were gonna deny and say there was no push because they came from the right side. The commentators, Ryan Rucco, Rebecca, they are sitting on the side where the push occurred, and when this clip dropped, it shows both pushes a bit better. Let's roll that.
But before I play this clip, Jazz, you're saying, right? Let me make sure. Let me make sure
that you clarifying.
let me clarify before the clip is ran.
Yeah, I'm saying she didn't push her.
Okay.
I didn't see the clip, so show me the clip. Prove me wrong.
Okay.
Roll it again. Start though. Let's run it back. Let's run it back.
Let me roll it again. Let me roll it again. Let me roll it again.
Then
Okay, look. Dramatics. Because they probably gonna kick me in the comments. I don't care. Aaliyah had her arm out trying to stop her, right? She's doing this. Angel rejected to make it.
run it again. Run it again.
Run it again.
Because
Yeah,
she
look
put
at
force
that.
in Angel's arm.
She did. She did.
Yeah, but it was.
But she didn't
She
even
forced.
try to go towards her own team.
That's my problem. She did not go towards her own
Because
play.
even commit when if we can go back to the earlier yeah, let's run this. Yes, let's replay that little part over again. Just that little part. Just go back about was that five like a half yeah. Go back like 4 seconds. Let's see. Just keep going a little bit. So right here, wait, let's so right here.
Now
It looks like
now we breaking down the frame by frame.
nah, I'm just saying because at no point, yeah, right there, yeah, run it back. It's not excessive, but it's definitely a push into her chest. Angel wanted her down. Run it back one more time,
Turn the sound off.
yeah, the sound is crazy.
Yeah, the sound was crazy.
Sounds crazy.
My bad,
let's
y'all.
run back to about what is it like 4 or 5 seconds. Yeah, we can run the whole thing. Cool.
You said my mama.
Like right there, that is
off of her.
Angel arm only comes up once she's like kind of pushed in her chest, you know.
I know.
So and then
I was
also,
trying to be
all right, we got what the refs explained for all 3 calls because what it ended up being was an upgrade to a flagrant one for the push from Caitlin with the left hand.
Yep.
And then the double tech with Angel and AB for they called it a physical taunt by AB. That's what they call that.
Yeah.
Her putting her because it's like, you know, you just got pushed by my teammate. I'm coming up and I'm putting my hand in your chest. When
Hey, you know what? I saw it to listeners because you know.
Yeah, you in the mix.
I was just being devil's advocate for folks that probably really try to jump down my throat.
So we got all right. So the crew chief's explanation of the fouls assessed were the foul on Clark met the criteria for flagrant one for wind up, impact, and follow through for the extension of the left hand to Reese's back. Everybody's commenting on the right arm swiping down the arms in front of her. It's about what the left hand was doing in her back after that. And then, not a legitimate basketball play and then unnecessary contact. After the foul, the physical time, she didn't even look at her teammate. She just immediately went to Reese. She immediately went to Angel. Yeah, she put up her arm, but she also applied force to her chest where Angel was not directing anything towards her. That's a tech. And then verbal technical on Reese because we all saw her say, fuck, the bleep is wrong with you. One of our favorite quotes from her. And you crazy as bleep, and I'm sure a lot of other things that I would have loved to hear. But just because she's been so reserved in the league, that's what also pains me about all of this discourse. Is really she's been very reserved. She ain't been popping her stuff like what really a lot of her fans love about her, have loved about her since LSU, since Maryland, since high school. The grit that she brings, but unfortunately, everything that's come since that national championship is like. Yeah. Especially now that she's in the pros, which last year it was understandable because she was, a humble rookie trying to learn and give respect to her best. But it's like, dang, are we going to be able to see Angel be Angel and pop her stuff on the court?
You know what too? She got a vet. She got a vet
Yeah.
that
Got
told her
female.
to relax.
Yeah.
Nah.
Keep it cute. She told her to keep it cute.
No, but that's what people love about her game because it's never like
I know.
disrespectful. It's never enough to get text.
No.
She's never like had
It's
any
just
crazy text or
competitive.
anything like that. Well, so, but she does it in a way that it's just a part of the game. It's just like it's just passionate. Speaking of events, though, I would say the way Ariel Atkins and E Will hopped off that bench and then you could see them internally catch themselves.
Yeah. Cause the number one thing is once you leave that bench,
Exactly.
that's a
Yep.
suspension. That's not even a tech.
Yep.
Exactly. Jumped up into a skip. I was like, and then she grabbed, like, Ariel jumped up and then grabbed everybody else. I had to remember real quick before they crossed that line.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But, I ain't never seen Ewell like that. I'm not gonna lie. I've never seen her
I
like
do
that.
want to just point out we didn't have all this during Unrivaled.
No, it's very peaceful.
No, we didn't.
We had real basketball. We
I
had
almost won the
Everybody was getting beat up.
we had
It,
it was none of this. It was literally so quiet and I loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
I said
it was none of that at AU either. It was just
facts.
it was just basketball. It was everybody was competing.
Yeah.
It was super competitive for both AU and Unrivaled. And everyone was just playing ball. Like that's all we supposed to be doing. All this extra politics that's going into it that don't need to go into it.
It's so
It's just
we're so tired.
unnecessary and it's draining and is you getting fans talking crazy,
Yeah.
saying racist stuff. Like it's to the point where the WBA had to put out make a statement.
Yeah, let's get to that
I
because
think I got that statement.
yeah, let's get into that because like it was so peaceful.
Fever
It was
and
so peaceful.
yeah,
Yeah.
Fever in Chicago
and
had
that's
to put
the
out
thing. It's like
statements. Just ugh.
because okay, so cool. Foul happened. Fouls upgraded. You could hear immediately how upset the crowd was.
Yeah.
Immediately, you could hear it through the broadcast, and then it got weird.
Yeah.
Nothing much to our surprise because we heard this last season for different teams, different players. We've seen how some of the Indiana Fever fans can be. We've seen the type of things that they allow and condone in that arena.
Yep.
And so these are the statements that were put out. I would say so. Some of the things that led to the statement were fans coming out and saying, "Yo, why are we hearing what sounds like jungle or monkey noises being made while Angel Reese shoots her free throws?"
Right.
Then you have people in the arena like, "Yo, this feels incredibly racist. The things that are being yelled, the things that are being said, etc." So after that and a bunch of other stuff, the WNBPA, which is the Players Association, aka the union of the WNBA, shout out Madam President, released this statement that says the WNBPA is aware of reports of hateful comments at yesterday's game in Indianapolis and supports the WNBA's current investigation into this matter. Such behavior is unacceptable in our sport. Under the WNBA's no space for hate policy, which, mind you, had just dropped like what the day before this game.
Yeah.
They just all posted about the no space for hate. They put logos on the courts and everything, and then it was space for hate. Under the WNBA's no space for hate policy, we trust the league to thoroughly investigate and take swift, appropriate action to ensure a safe and welcoming environment for all. That came on the heels of the statement from the WNBA, which basically said that they were aware of the complaints and allegations and that they were investigating it. What y'all think about that?
I think it's needed, man, because it's for real. Like, honestly, I've been a WNBA fan, man, since I knew what basketball was, bro. For real. Like, I loved watching basketball. And I know like everything is growing. I love it. I know the viewers are growing. I know the attendance is growing, the ticket sales, everything. This is amazing. But I definitely don't like it to grow on racism. I definitely don't like it to grow in this toxic environment. It's so toxic. It makes it hard. And again, I think we talked about it in the beginning of the episode. Yo, 5 times this season, I don't think I could take it. Honestly, it makes me kind of not want to watch because it's just so much. Like, why does it have to be so much? Or at least not get on the internet after the game because the comments, oh my God, it's so racist. If you go on Twitter, bro, it's crazy. It's really crazy. And I salute to Angel. She's a beautiful black woman. And you know what I'm saying? With, all of us, being black women, it's like seeing that, it's like, and her having to go through that. She's so sweet. Like, everybody overlooks that because of this one fan base. And I really don't like the fact that I feel like no, Caitlyn can't control it, but to stand up against it is like, and I feel like in some ways, if I feel like sometimes if she's not told like, yo, you gotta speak on this, or she's not asked a question, she won't speak on it. And I know that she knows her fan base is very racist. Like, and it's sickening. It's so sickening to watch that.
And I was just saying too, like I think I said this a while back. It's like Caitlyn is a really good player, right? And
Undeniably, she is good.
it takes away from being able to watch her or support her or root for her because of the fan base, which sucks.
Yeah.
Right? It's a lot of people I've been seeing online like, hey, yeah, Caitlyn can play, but I don't want nothing to do with whatever team she's on because of her fans. And that it sucks.
It does suck, and it's unfortunate. It does like really put a damper on it in a few different ways. Like well, like you said, for one, Angel is so sweet. Like, that's the crazy
she's a
thing.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And there's gonna be the haters in the comments that are saying we're lying and stuff like that, but they've also never met her, never encountered her. Only believing clickbait articles that are just straight up lies.
Yeah.
Because anybody who's actually played with her, who's actually coached her, who's actually met her, encountered her, like whatever, like they don't actually have bad things to say about her.
Yeah.
I personally, I never thought that she was like mean in person or anything like that, but I was really taken aback about how sweet that girl is. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So it really does hurt my heart. One, it would hurt my heart for any player, but it really does hurt my heart because she really just takes that stuff on the chin too. That's the crazy thing. And the other thing that makes it so awful is because and people love to be like, oh, this happens in the NBA all the time. This happens in this league, whatever. Don't care, because the WNBA has always been a safe space.
Yeah.
Like, especially not just for, but especially, I like to say I got the trifecta going for me: black, queer, woman in America. Like, come on, and we got few safe spaces, man. The WNBA has always been that, and it's like you don't have to be any of those things to take part or for it to be safe for you. That's just the environment that has been built upon. Like, you go into an arena, you're supposed to feel like you came with everybody in there, like that's just the culture that has been built. So to see it, excuse my language, but just pissed upon for literally no reason other than people don't like that this young black woman is successful and unapologetic.
It bothers
It's just
me.
saddening. It sucks.
It bothers me that we even have to even have this conversation.
Yeah.
It bothers me that we spent 47 minutes as of right now talking
Man,
about
nonsense.
this when we shouldn't. We should be talking about the game itself,
Fact.
not a moment. Like
A moment in a game.
like, what happened in that game? Who scored what? Like,
I mean, I guess
is anybody talking about that?
No.
Is anybody
Well,
talking about that?
of course, they're talking about Angel's field goal percentage. Even though 4 veterans on her team, there's 11 people on that team, and 7 people had a worse field goal percentage. But they talk about that as far as gameplay. But that's just further.
Her recent accomplishment, the first player in the WNBA to reach 450 points and 450 rebounds in 35 games.
They're still saying she's horrible at basketball, which is crazy. I knew I should have wore my Rose jersey today. Like, because y'all tripping. No, the only thing they're saying about that game-wise is that she's bad at basketball, which is just nonsensical. That's not even something that deserves a response at this point. That's not an opinion. That's just nonsense. It's an undeniable fact that Angel Reese is good at basketball, guys. I don't care if you like her. I don't care if you hate her. She is good at basketball. It's been proven time and time again. She is one of the best. I just had somebody say she's not a top 50 player in the WNBA. She's literally ranked from last year in the top 50 of everything, every single metric, except for 3-point shooting. And then, I'm sorry, assists, she was 52. Currently, Her lowest ranking is 46 in anything.
So if she wasn't good, why is she in a WNBA?
They have nothing else to say, so they make up things. Like, she's always been great at basketball.
Yep.
Great. Not good. Great. She is one of the greats. She's breaking Candace Parker records, bro. Like, you don't just do that on a fluke, on accident. It's just this. It's so exhausting.
I would say sidebar. Shout out to the black man that is sticking up for black women.
Facts.
Shout out to them.
Mr. Clark.
Yes.
From the pivot.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, facts.
Because there's some out here that's being ridiculous.
Robert, I don't even know his name.
Robert Griffin. That's hilarious because somebody just asked me, "Oh, what does he do?"
No.
Bruh, you couldn't even make it in your own league. You're using her name for attention. Shut up. Talk about football.
Yeah.
Talk about why you're not on the team right now. Like, what are you talking about?
Or talk about what happened at ESPN. Cause what happened, bro? Oh, okay. You can't talk about it because you're gone, bro. You like, come on, man.
Like,
and that's my thing. And I think somebody else commented. Was it AJ Brown?
Oh God.
No. Not.
Oh my bad. I'm thinking Amy. Not Antonio Brown. My bad.
Not Antonio. Antonio Brown. Yeah, he said something. I'm not even gonna pay attention to him because he been lost in the sauce.
They're gonna put his brand in the museum.
Yeah. I think it was AJ Brown. I think it was AJ Brown. He said, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, Robert Griffin did is he's spewing more and more. He has a huge platform. And to come out and say that a woman hates a black woman hates a white woman that everybody thinks is the white princess or the white heroic savior for the WNBA, like, bruh. And you really, and then got his Caucasian wife in the background as if she is
I'm sorry.
furniture, like she's the prop, and she back there sipping tea. Like
giggling and stuff too at that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You seen that video? After he posted the first initial statement saying that she hates her undeniably, the next morning he posted a video and with a long caption. Yes, with yes. She was just sitting there, like in the back, like you could tell they framed it for that, like as if she was my A1 right here,
right.
Like, it was interesting, but also it's like, bro, you confused Natasha Howard with Aaliyah Boston.
Yeah.
You call who is Aaliyah Thomas?
Okay.
Who is Aaliyah Thomas? You're using Angel Reese's name for clout at this point, bro. I heard Aaliyah Thomas and I closed the video. Shut up. Who is that? That's not a player in the league, bro.
Just won't. But we ain't gonna give them no more though. We ain't gonna give.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah,
and that's the thing. Everybody is they're simultaneously. I'm not gonna say everybody. These clowns. They're simultaneously saying that Angel Reese isn't good at basketball. Nobody's watching for her while using her name for clout.
For click.
Yeah. We didn't talk about or plan this, but if there is a way that we can share a screen and just go to YouTube and type in Angel Reese's name and then type in Caitlin Clark's name.
Yeah.
Like. If actually anybody just watching, just do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because and this is one thing to be like,
let's wrap it.
Okay,
let's wrap it.
Cool. Last thing I'm gonna say. Yeah. Type those things into YouTube. Look at the difference. But also, I was trying to find a clip of certain fouls or dirty plays made by Caitlin.
Oh, it's online. They online.
No, when go look today. Because they all kind of redirect me every time I search something. It redirects me to something making her a victim, making Angel a villain. It's almost impossible to find it. We all saw her push Jason Chelsea in the chest.
Facts.
We saw her knock daylight out of Jordan Canada. We saw her slap Jackie in the face from behind and then lay on the floor writhing in pain while pleading to the ref. We saw a lot of these things. We saw a lot of these things at college.
Yep.
And when you just type in their names.
You can't find it.
You can tell that
we just want to watch basketball.
The narrative, it's disgusting. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm done.
All the story is we just want to play ball, y'all. We don't need all this, we want them to be able to play ball. We want them to be able to walk into different arenas and everything be okay. All that other extra.
Be comfortable.
Exactly. Man, 5 times though.
It never should have been 5 times. We only get 3 skates a game.
Yeah.
We formed a whole alliance of fans based off of these two teams, and you telling me we can only see them play 3 times?
Crazy work.
We begged for more Scaces games.
They play them twice here, right?
Huh? They play twice, 2 of them a week apart here in Vegas. But of course, they're gonna say they're gonna comment on attendance based off of like games spread apart versus different places. But they're gonna compare it to playing the same team in 1 week in the same place. Like, come on, it's propaganda, and I'm
Yeah. How about Phoenix Mercury?
Oh.
let's laugh a little bit. Let's laugh a little bit because we almost an hour in.
Right.
We was only supposed to be here for 30 minutes, y'all. But but it's just a touchy subject because it's like we just want to watch basketball. We want to watch good basketball. We want to watch these two be able to compete with each other without the extra BS.
Yep.
Can I say one last thing?
Like we just want to just
first. Can I say one last
You
thing?
said, well, go ahead.
I'm gonna say it like this: she should not play another game in that arena. She really should not play another game against that team.
Oh, you think she should say it?
I think that it should say status report out, Angel Reese, not with team rest. Every time they play that team, especially in that arena, until something changes, they need her. It's not about. And somebody was like, that she don't need to be baby. It's not about babying her.
Yeah.
Keep acting like, okay, she doesn't matter. Cool. Take her out the game. Don't let her. She don't need to be there. If she's not that, she is very important to this league.
Yeah.
Has historically
she is
affected
literally
this league.
the main reason why most people are here.
Yeah.
The majority of people are here is because a lot of people went from college on to the W because she's here.
Regardless of what people want to say.
Yep.
So and they want to deny it. They don't believe it. Okay. Don't go back to that arena.
And if you want to take it a step further, you could that whole draft class.
Yeah, absolutely.
That whole entire draft class.
So it's like, okay,
is the reason.
If nobody's watching for her, she doesn't have to be there, right? Cool, because there's no reason you should have to deal with people making monkey noises. You should have to deal with a person that's harassed you online for a long, long time being courtside.
Oh, dude, he's a joke.
Who has condoned rape jokes and made them himself?
Yeah, it's
out of here.
Let her rest.
Okay, for real.
We don't need this.
Look,
games.
Look, for real.
All right, cool. My bad.
Phoenix Mercury.
All right.
Look, for real. What about the Phoenix Mercury? What's that? All right, so yeah, we not gonna even get to freaking Phoenix. That's a whole. But we wrapping this up because this was longer than what it was. So, any final thoughts?
You know, man. All I'm gonna say is, at the end of the day, whether you like her, whether you hate her, she here. She balling. She gonna continue to break records. She is going to go down as one of the best players in the WNBA. Like it, hate it, love it, don't matter. She here. She ain't going nowhere. CC here. She ain't going nowhere. At the end of the day, the foul was excessive. It was a flagrant foul. It was over the top. She forced it. Shout out to Angel though.
Well said. I think like she said, she here. She deserves to be here. Regardless of what you think or feel, she deserves to be in the league. She is one of the best players in the league. She will be one of the best players to ever be in the league. She don't be bothering nobody despite of what you read on Facebook or saw on YouTube or whatever AR video you believed on TikTok. She really don't be bothering anybody. I implore people to watch for themselves, watch actual videos or interviews for yourself. Unless you just want to be in the category of a racist troll, who actually isn't even a Caitlin Clark fan.
Right.
But yeah, it's just, we're tired. We're already tired. Dead it. The refs got it right. Let it go.
Let it
go.
Let it go.
And stop saying she jealous. She just dropped a commercial with Coco Chanel today. That's her Vogue cover right there. She don't have a reason to be jealous of anybody. She was on the Met Gala committee. She's okay. Yeah. Just leave her alone. And if you don't like her, you don't have to like her. That's cool. Just leave her alone. Leave everybody alone that you don't like.
Yeah. I agree with y'all. My thing is just like we just want to watch good basketball without the BS. Like I said, I just feel like this is tiring. Both players are good players in their own world.
Yep. Stop comparing. Please stop.
Hello, they don't even play the same position.
Yeah, stop comparing them. Yeah, don't play the same position at all. This is not Larry and Magic, guys. It's
never was.
not. And y'all try to make it that to do whatever y'all trying to do to make the WNBA get views or whatever. And we don't need views this way. Like we just don't. We have the views already for off of the players alone. We don't none of the extra stuff. But again, shout out to Mr. Clark from Pivot.
Yeah. Shout out to him for
He
definitely standing up for a black woman, because
The rest of y'all get it together.
it's hard out here, and people don't realize how hard it is for a
They
black
don't.
woman.
yeah.
All I'm gonna say is we out, because goodness gracious.
Better.
I would say this before that we for wrap it. We don't dislike Caitlyn. We don't dislike Angel.
Yeah. Well,
That's it. That's
we
all.
love everybody in the league.
We love the league, all 156.
We just tired of the mess, truthfully.
Sick of it.
But okay.
And if you got
Tell somebody you love them.
me on the court, I'll put you on the poster.
So tell somebody you love them.
Oh, my bad.
Hug, spread positivity.
My bad.
Yes.
Thank you guys for listening.
Everybody. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm a tour, and everybody they can me on the court. Okay.
Thank y'all for listening. We appreciate y'all. We out.